Good afternoon. My name is Jennifer. We are going to be doing a barre class today. We'll move for about 60 minutes. And if you have light weights at home, those will be very useful. If you don't have light weights, maybe cruise to the kitchen now and see if you can find some canned food, which I know we all have, or a couple bottles of wine, which I hope we all have, something that you can use to get in a little bit upper body work. So we will work the upper body the first half of class primarily, and then you'll want a chair or something for stability as we move into doing our lower body work for the second half of class. And again, you are all muted, so feel free to turn on your favorite music or something that will kind of keep you pumped up and going, and enjoy that music as we start to move. So we'll just come to a standing position on or off the mat, doesn't make any difference. We will begin with a little warm up here. So we'll find a wide V parallel position. Take an inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. On the exhale, bend into your squat. So just sweeping with the arms, moving with the breath here. And right away, we're gonna come into bringing some attention to our alignment in the spine. So we're reaching the crown of the head to the top, to the sky, and reaching the tailbone toward the earth. So get nice and long through the spine. Maybe coming down a little bit deeper into those squats here as we get moving. Find the beat of your music. And start to press through the heels as you come up. So activating the glutes, activating the legs. We'll stay right here for 4. Really stretch and reach through the arms. 2, 1. We're gonna hold low in our squat. Reach to the sides. Just flowing side to side. So now the lower body is still. Grounding down through the heels and just opening up the sides of the body. So think about reaching from the hip bone to the fingertips, feeling that energy in the legs, side to side for 3, 2, and 1. Hands come in front of the body, just a little lower and lift. Pulse here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Spine is long, 1, stay low, heels lift and lower, and lift and lower. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, heels stay lifted right here and pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll take some squat jacks. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Jumping jacks, squats, whatever feels good. We're just getting the heart rate up here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Land with the legs together right here. Pulse and squat, pulse and squat. So as you gaze down, we want those knees behind the toes. Just sitting back into that chair position. Lift the toes, ground down through the heels. 8, 7. I see my little sidekick is behind me. For those of you that have done yoga with me, I've discovered that one of my cats really likes to be on video. Lower for 4, 3, 2, 1. Press up through that left foot, right foot lifts, squat back and lunge, and lift, and lunge. So doing something with the arms here. Maybe you can kind of use those runner arms, lunge back, lift the knee, lunge, and lift. 8, 7, 6, 5. Getting the heart rate up here. 3, lift through the knee. 2, 1. We're gonna land that right foot back. Find that runner's lunge. Left hand is gonna plant next to the left foot. Reach up through the fingertips. Thread underneath the leg. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, thread. And lift. And thread. For 5, 4, 3, rotating the spine. 1, right here. Step back, find that plank position. We'll take knee pulls, right and left. Just side to side, squeezing the side body. Neck is long, gaze is down toward the earth at the top of your mat. Squeeze for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We have push-ups here. Feel free to lower the knees for more support. Elbows stay tight. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Pull the belly button up. Start to engage the core right here. And 1. Lift the hips up. Find your down dog. Walk it up. We'll tiptoe up. Second set. Bring those feet nice and wide. Find that lunge. Sweep up and down. Open. Lower the hips. Grounding down through the heels. Pressing up through the feet as we lift. 6, 5, 4. Get long. 2, and 1. Stay low right here and pulse, and pulse. Breathing for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold nice and low, heels lift and lower, lift and lower. For 6, 5, shoulder blades are squeezed back, heart is open. 3, 2, press the palms together. 1, heels lift and pulse. Hips lower. Pulse it low for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Back to your jacks or squats. You choose. Traditional jumping jacks, jack squats. Just get moving here. We're going to be here for 20 seconds. Yeah, halfway there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Land with the feet together. Squats right here. Just a lower and a lift. Let's start with that full range squat. So sitting all the way back in that imaginary chair behind you. Press through the heels, lift and straighten. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, sit low right here, pulse. Lift the heels, or lift the toes, press into the heels. Pulse right here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ground down through that right foot. Left knee lifts, lunge back, and lift, and lunge. So working the opposite leg here as we lift and lunge back. Get low. Drive that knee up toward the belly. Drive to the chest. Here we go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Land back in that lunge. Right hand comes to the outside of the right foot. Left fingertips sweep up. Rotate the spine. Thread underneath the knee. Inhale to open. Exhale to thread. Inhale and thread. Last 5. Scoop the belly button up toward the spine. Twist and rotate. Last 3, 2, and 1. Step back to your plank one more time here. We're going to lift and pike up and down to plank. For 8, 7, hip bones shine to the sky as we come in that pike position. Belly button stays tucked in, navel tight the whole time. 4, 3, 2, 1. Final part of the warm-up. Take your push-ups here. Maybe lower the knees. Elbows in tight. Lower for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Neck and spine are long. 2, and 1. Lift the hips up, down dog. Walk it out. Big inhale. Open the mouth side up. Bring the gaze to the hands. Tiptoe forward. Find that forward fold. We're going to find your weights. And we'll just meet in a standing position, ready to start working the upper body here. Take a couple of shoulder rolls forward and back. Opposite direction. Now let's squeeze the shoulders up to the ears. Hug, 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 squeeze up. And then soften. Let the weights bring the shoulders down, tops of the shoulders soft. One more time. Inhale, lift and squeeze up. Exhale, soften the tops of the shoulders. We'll start right here with our bicep curls. So just having those feet in kind of a hip distance parallel position. We'll take full range bicep curls. So lifting the weights up to the shoulders, extend and lengthen the arms. Palms facing the sky, fingertips to the sky. So have a nice soft bend in the knee here. We'll just kind of take a few more bicep curls and we'll bring some lower body movements in. So really take advantage of that full range of extension here. Maybe moving with the beat of the music, maybe a little bit slower, really focusing on our form. We're going to ground down through the left foot. Step back with the right, find that lunge position. So a soft bend in both knees, continuing to work the biceps here. Squeeze and lift. And we're going to add a tap of the knee or a lunge down and tap down and so squeezing the elbows into the sides of the body, really keeping the work in the biceps here. Breathing for 8, 7, 6, 5. Drive that right heel toward the wall behind you as you come up. 3, 2, and 1. Elbows staying tight to the body. Start to hinge forward. So we're in a hinged position here. Spine is still long, shoulders pulled back, heart is open. Still a light bend in the back knee. And we'll just reach forward, pull back. Reach and pull. So elbows pulling behind the body, lengthen the arms to that diagonal in front of you. Maybe think about reaching toward the top of your mat or the floorboards. And as you pull the elbows in, shoulder blades squeeze back, heart opens. So not only working the biceps, but starting to work the muscles in the back. Big squeeze. Stay right here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to add in that leg. We'll extend and tap and pull in. Reach and pull. So pressing through that left heel, that standing heel, start to feel that energy in the hamstring and the glute. Maintain that bend in the knee. Gracie really wants to be part of this right now. I see you, honey. Reach, pull. So we're going to make it a little bit bigger. Actually, let's go faster first. Let's tap, pull, tap, pull. So the range of motion is going to get a little bit smaller. Tap, pull for 8, 7, 6. Elbows still pulled behind the body. Hinged at the waist for 3, 2, 1. We're going to slow it down again, this time at a knee lift. Reach and lift. Reach forward, elbows pull back. Yep, stay right here. 10, 9, 8, 7. We're going to complete this set and go to the other side of the body, doing exactly the same thing. Pull for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step forward back to those full range bicep curls. Now remember, if at any point the weights get heavy, we can sit the weights down and just keep working. Again, you might have heavier weights at home than what you would normally use. So go where you can go, no big deal. So full range for 4. I'm stepping back with my left leg, whichever leg you haven't worked yet. We're gonna step back in 2 and 1. Step back, just find that lunge. Soft bend in the back knee. Keep pulling the weights up toward the shoulders. So we still want that full extension here. Lengthen the arms on the way down, squeeze on the way up. 4, 3, we're gonna add that knee tap to the back leg. Into, and 1. Here we go. And tap, and lift, and tap, and lift. Yep. Starting to feel the work in the biceps. Takes a little bit more time to really feel that burn in the biceps. A little bit harder to fatigue. We'll do a lot of reps, make sure we get them. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold right here. We'll find that hinge forward and come to that reach. Reach and pull, and reach and pull. So hinging forward, each time you pull back, elbows pull behind the body, shoulder blades squeeze together. So pressing through that back heel, digging into your mat or the earth with that right heel, squeeze back, keep going, and pull, and pull. So think about reaching through the crown of the head, getting as long in the spine as you can, Reach, pull for 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll add that tap in, extend, reach, tap and reach, and tap and reach. Keep flowing. Make it big, really reach through the arms. Lengthen the arm as much as you can as you reach forward. Pull back. We're gonna speed it up in 3, 2, maintain the bend in that standing leg. Stay low, here we go. Tap and pull. For 10, 8, 6, 5, that knee pull is next. 3, 2, 1. Ground down and lift. Back and lift. Reach, pull. Reach and pull. Spine is super long. Keep that belly button pulled up toward the spine. That gives you the core stability. Reach and pull here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back up to center. We're going to come to a tricep position. So let's start with a small V. So heels are in, toes are out. And let's just start with some kickbacks. So elbows are hugged into the body. And as you press the weights behind the body, this space in the body from the shoulder to the elbow stay completely still. So it's just a hinge at the elbow and then press back, really squeezing through that tricep. We're gonna add on right away. We'll take a step out with the right foot. Step out and in and out. Let's actually stay low to start. So maintain a bend in that leg that's grounding us in the center. Stay bent, step out low, come back to center. Stay right here for 8, 7, it's a hinge at that elbow. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now let's add that lift. A little active recovery for the legs. Lift up for 6, 5, press back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step back to center. Come back to the kickbacks. We're going right to the other side. We're here for 3, 2, hinge at the elbow. 1, we'll add on step out and in. Stay low. Stay low. Toes pointing toward the corner of the room, shoulder blades squeezed together. Soften the tops of the shoulders. This is where you might want to put the weights down for a minute. That's totally cool. Come right back in, still extend and reach through the pinky. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back and lift, lift, and squat, and straighten. So zipping the thighs together as we come up. Find that push back, reaching the waist to the wall behind you. Here we are, last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay low right here, lift and lift. So it's a straight arm lift. So now we really have the opportunity to open the chest, squeeze, maybe pulse a little bit here. Squeeze the lower rib cage together, super supported through the core. Squeeze, lift, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands come to heart center, start to lower the hips. We're gonna come down to the earth. You can roll those weights to the side for a moment. So it's kind of heavy on the triceps today. We're really gonna challenge the triceps. So if you need to hop out, take a quick break, come right back in. We're coming to some traditional tricep dips here. Fingertips point toward the hips, elbows toward the wall behind you, chest is open, heart is open. Press through all 10 fingers, lift the hips up right here. Again, it's just that bend through the elbow. That's where the action is. Lower and lift, lower and lift. So this is the full expression of the tricep dip. If this is a little intense, you also have the option of releasing the hips to the earth, still squeezing the triceps, pressing through the palms as you lift. Here we go. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're not quite done. Everybody come down to the hips. Now we're gonna come down to the forearms. So really lift through the heart here. Pressing through the palms. We're gonna press through the palms, lift up, and lower back down to the forearms. And press and lift, and lower. Press, lift. So the fingertips may lift as you press through the palms, roll up, and press. Stay lifted, take the gaze up. Adding on in 3, 2, and 1. I know, I feel the burn too. Extend one leg, doesn't matter which one. This time as we press and lift, that leg is gonna lift and lower. Lift and reach through the toes and lower. Lift and reach and lower. For 4, getting a little core work here, belly button pulled to the spine. 2, and 1. Switch legs, opposite leg, lift and lift. Hip bones and lower rib cage start to connect as we come up and crunch. Squeeze, lift, right here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way up, shake the arms out. That was a lot for the triceps. Maybe interlace the hands behind the body, open up the chest. We're gonna come right into our plank work since we're down here. We'll start on our forearms just to give our wrists and our hands a little bit of a break. So come down to your forearm plank. So shoulders are right above those elbows. And you want that sensation of trying to squeeze the mat or the earth underneath you together with the elbows. So squeeze everything in. You should feel the chest start to work. And now we'll extend back, reaching through the heels. So belly button, navel pulled up to the spine. Lift the upper part of the back to the sky. Think about lifting up. We're just gonna rock forward and back, toes, and press through the heels. Lift through the toes and press. So just forward and back, working through the shoulders. Gaze comes down between the forearms. And again, see if you can lift the heart up through the shoulder blades a little bit. So the dumping in the spine is what we're trying to avoid. So lift through the chest. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold right here. Left ankle crosses on top of the right. Forward and back. For 9, 8. Heart is lifted up to the sky. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Uncross, right leg crosses over the left. Squeeze the ankles together, forward and back, forward and back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Unwind the legs. Last movement, we take a break. Interlace the hands right here. Knee pulls, right knee to right elbow, and release. And left, side to side. Stay lifted. Just 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the knees. Sink back into child's pose. Sway it out. Taking any stretches through the arms. We're only here for a couple of breaths. We have one more movement here in plank. And then we'll stand back up. Take a big, deep breath wherever you are. Got a little sweat going in here. Hope you guys do too. All right, we're gonna come back and set up. We're gonna come into full plank this time. So hands underneath the shoulders, lift up to your plank. So we're just gonna take a moment here in plank, pressing back through the heels, hamstrings lifted up to the sky. And again, just showing you this is what we're looking to avoid, this dumping of the chest. So lift everything up, maybe gazing at those elbow creases. If the elbow and elbow creases are facing one another, that gives us more space. So we're gonna kind of pike and twist. So let's twist first. Drop the heels to the right and then pike up. So you're twisting, you should be feeling that squeeze in the right side of the body. And then as you float back down to plank, hips are gonna square. Twist, hips drop to the right and heels drop. Lift up plank, or pike, and back down to the plank. Hips are square. Keep floating right there. Pike up. So squeezing the side body, squeeze at the waist, and lower. Pike and lift. So staying right here, we'll layer on another option. As you lift the hips up, that top leg can lift. And hips are square. Pike up, top leg lifts. Yes. Last 6, 5, 4. Pike up, lift. 2, and 1. Come back to center, lower the knees just for a moment. Big inhale, sweep up. Exhale, open the heart, shoulders come behind the body. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Inhale. Float the hands forward. Other side, then we're done with our plank. Press through the heels, set up. Heels drop to the left, hips pike up. Lower, hip bones are square. Drop, pike, plank, and center. Flow with your breath. Staying right here, or adding that lift of the top leg if you like. Pike and lift, and center, and lift, and center. Keep breathing and moving. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the knees here. Take a quick moment. Bring one arm across the body, bending at the elbow. Open up, allow some movement. Maybe coming up and over, stretching the tricep. It's a lot of work for the triceps today. But you did it. Let's go to the other side, and as we stretch, I'll tell you where we're going next. We do still have a little bit of work with the weights for our shoulders, so we'll stand back up, and then from there, we'll grab our chair and start to dig into the legs. So in these last couple of breaths here, just taking whatever stretch you need to kind of loosen up the upper body, get ready for that last little push. And then as we come down, go ahead and sit the weights in front of the body. Let's come up to a forward fold position. Grab the weights. We're going to take that slow roll all the way up. So let the head hang heavy. Belly button pulls to the spine, stacking the vertebra one at a time, all the way up. Big shoulder rolls back. And we'll meet in that wide V position, heels in, toes out. So we'll start nice and slow. We're going to extend the arms to a T shape. Come to center, and arms are going to shoot across the body in the front. Pull back in, extend to your T. Bend, reach forward, bend, and T. Now each time you come back to center and the arms cross in front of the body, switch which arm is on top. So this time the left will come on top. Next time the right. Yep, there we go. We're going to add some lower body. So as the weights cross in front of the body, we're going to squat down and lift. Other arm crosses on top and lift. So you choose how low you want to go in that squat. We're getting ready to work the legs, so just kind of bring them back into the picture here. We're going to stay at this pace for 4, 3, 2, 1. A little quicker. Here we go. Cross, punch, cross, punch, cross, punch. So keep working here. Intense for the shoulders. So this is definitely one of those moves where you can just work without the weights. I promise you'll still feel it in your shoulders at this point. So cross and punch. Sink lower through the hips for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold center. Lift and lower. And lift and lower. Let's actually do a T. Come back to the T in between. Again, intense. We're going to add some lower body right away. So as the right arm sweeps up, the right leg is going to come behind the body to curtsy, staying on the same side. So just kind of windmilling those arms, half circle, up and down, right here. Breathing. Taking a break from the weights if you need to. Last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center, push back, and push back, push back. So add that squat. So if this is intense for your shoulders and you want a little break before we go to the other side, your modification is to pull the elbows into the sides of the body, still pushing the weights to the wall behind you, squeezing the shoulder blades right here. 6, 5, 4, 3, pulse it back, and 1. Here we go. Lift opposite way. So now left arm is coming up. We'll just leave the legs alone for a minute here. Lift and lower. Big windmill circles. Try to stay long through the arms if you can. We're gonna add that curtsy back. So as the left arm comes up, that left leg is gonna curtsy back. Same leg as arm. Here we go. Curtsy and lift, and curtsy and lift. Yes. Work through it. This is it for the shoulders. Here we are. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. Tuck the chin to the chest. Slowly roll all the way down. We're going to put those weights on the floor. Great time to grab a drink, shake the arms out. We'll transition here if you want to grab your chair. I'll give you a moment to get set up. Everybody doing? Good? Little sweat on? Good. All right. So you're all doing good. You look good. And those of you that I loved hearing some music. All right. So we got that chair set up. We're going to start our work in a profile position. So I'm going to be stepping out with my left leg. It really doesn't matter. We're going to do the same thing on both sides of the body. So we're just going to step in and out. I'm in a small V position now. My toes are to the corners, heels are connected. We're just going to step out and in. Let's just do the legs for now. So we step out into that wide V squat, lift up, lengthen the legs. We'll add the arm, center, and lift. So now that the focus is on the lower half of the body, everything that I'm going to show with the arm is totally optional. If you feel like you've gotten enough out of your arms and your shoulders for today, and you just want to focus on your legs, please do so. I'll offer a little bit of movement on the upper body if you would like it. Step out for 8, 7, fingertips are light on that chair, whatever you're using for balance. 5, sink low. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to hold right here, lower and lift, lower and lift, lower and lift. So see if you can really open up those knees. Think about pressing the outer edges of the knees toward the wall behind you. Really open up through the hips, sink through the tailbone. So the other thing we're focusing on here is that nice long spine. So it's as if we're sliding down that wall. No hinge forward yet, we'll get there. Right now it's super long and tall. Lower and lift here for 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna stay low, press out and out. So it's a teeny tiny movement, pressing out through the edges of the knees, the sides of the knees toward the wall behind you. Option to make it a little bit more intense, you can lift the heels up, press back, press back. So you should feel a lot of energy here in the outsides of the upper part of the thigh, maybe a little bit into the glutes, and press back. Keep working, stay low for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the heels. Now we're gonna hinge forward, straighten the back. Hinge and lift, hinge and lift, hinge and lift. Now I shouldn't say straighten the back because the shape of the spine stays the same the entire time here. We slide down that wall, we hinge at the hips and come forward. Slide down and hinge, slide and hinge. You should feel a lot of energy, a lot of strength in the inner thighs here. Can we think about grounding down through the heels a little bit more, maybe lifting the toes? hinge and press, hinge and press. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Find that long spine, step in and out, stay low. We're gonna add that hinge. So as you come forward, hinge, hinge and out. So your option is to stay right here. We're getting that heart rate up, or you can turn this into a hop, squat hop. Your choice. We're gonna stay here for 30 seconds, either hopping or stepping in and out, hinge forward and hop. Getting that heart rate up, just that little cardio burst. If you'd prefer not to have any movement on the joints or any stress on the joints, stay right here. Otherwise, you can take those hops. Come right back to that squat. You've got 10 seconds wherever you're working. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come toward the chair, so we'll face the chair here. Soften the tops of the shoulders down. So when we're working in the studio and we have the bar, when we sink back into chair, we're coming to that position where the spine is long, thigh bones are parallel. Can't do that with a chair, you're gonna end up on your arse. So we're just gonna come into as much of a chair position as we can here. So sink back, gaze down, make sure those knees are not coming in front of the toes. Placing the fingertips light, we'll just start with the lower and the lift. So press through the heels, lengthen up. Exhale, sit back into your chair. Inhale, exhale. So even though we're hinged, that spine is still long. There's still that long line, that length from the tailbone all the way to the crown of the head. Pressing through the heels. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold low here and pulse. Now I want everybody to try to lift all 10 toes. So we're completely in the heels right now. Now squeezing the shoulder blades back, get a little bit longer, a little bit wider through the chest. Keep grounding, dig in through the heels for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now roll through the balls of the feet up to the toes, lifting the heels. Squeeze the knees together, so knees are squeezed in one piece right here. Lower and lift, and pulse, and pulse, and pulse. So you're gonna feel that in the inner thigh right away. A lot of heat, lower here. For 10, 9, maybe close the eyes, focus in. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the heels down, stay right here. Right heel lifts only, pulse down for 10, 9, 8, feel it in that standing leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides, left heel lifts, rounding down through one heel, lifted through the other. Pulse it out. For 8, 7, reconnect through the belly here. Don't get sloppy and lazy, stay along. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press through the heels, lift all the way up. Shake it out as we go to the other side. Same series on the opposite side of the body, so you can move your chair, just adjust a little bit. We'll start in that small V position. And we'll just start with that wide step out, and in, and out. So as you step in, thighs zip together, heels connect. Lower and lift. We'll add that arm. Let's see, how did I do that? Yeah, there we go. Front and up. Upper body optional, lower body not optional. Stay with me. Take that little breather if you need it, or maybe make the movement just a little smaller. Keep moving. Step out for 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna step out, stay wide here, and lower and lift, lower and lift. So sinking the tailbone toward the earth. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay low and pulse. We'll do a little shorter set for some of the work on this side of the body since it's the same work and we're not getting off. So we'll pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press the knees back and back. Maybe lifting the heels here, squeezing into the adductors. Big squeeze, big squeeze, big squeeze. Breathing, push back, long through the spine. Here we are. Last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the heels, down, hinge forward. Slide down that wall, hinge. Slide and hinge. So again, remember the shape of our spine is staying exactly the same. Slide down the wall, hinge forward. Feeling super supported by the strength of the legs, even if they're tired. So strong. Slide and hinge. Slide and hinge. 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Step in and slide. So hinge forward. This is your opportunity. We've got another little cardio burst here. You can stay right here with the hinge forward, step in and out, or you can take some hops. 20 seconds this time. Stay strong, squeeze those shoulder blades wherever you are. Upper body working too. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back up to center. Okay, time to go to our glutes. So we'll continue to use that chair. Hip bones will square. So we're going to start in a flat back fold over position. So you can bring your forearms and the elbows to the top of the chair. But what we have to make sure we do if we do that is we're not dumping. Again, the chest isn't dumping through the biceps toward the earth, but everything is lifted up, almost rounding through the upper part of the spine, really reaching through the crown of the head. Nice long spine. And we'll start with the left foot. So we're just going to sweep the left toes back and lower and lift. So if you feel in your body like that left hip wants to lift up, sometimes our body wants to do this when we start to kick back because we think that kicking higher is better. Actually not concerned with that at all. Close that hip, maybe even wrap that right arm around and just lower and lift. So all the work in the lower part of the glute. Big reach through the toe, so you'll feel that long line from the hip bone to the big toe. Leg doesn't even have to be perfectly straight. Just looking for that energy through the toe. Lift and lower here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Lift through the belly super strong. Hold up here, pulse and pulse. So it's a big reach through the toe. I feel like you can't see it very good, but really reaching through the toe. Hinging forward, staying lifted. Keep pulsing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay long right here, little bend reach. Teeny tiny movement. Bend the knee, reach right back through. So hips are still, just that teeny bend through the knee like you're flicking something away with the toe. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach through the toe. Now cross. Squeeze the thighs together to the opposite side. Draw that little line behind the body. So a little horizontal line. Squeeze and cross the thighs and extend. Squeeze, extend. Take that micro bend in the standing leg. I know we all feel that in the standing leg also. Bend into it. Sweep across for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's walk the hands up. Leave that back leg lifted. So we're going to walk the hands up. Now we're going to focus on that energy, pressing down through that standing heel. We're just going to bend into that leg. So the toes are going to extend and reach behind and lift up. Bend the standing leg and lift. Bend and lift. So the palms of the hands are light on your chair, your couch, whatever you're using. A lot of energy in that standing leg. Press, drive through the heel right here. Adding on in 3, 2, and 1. Knee pulls in, extend and reach back. So same movement, but adding that knee pull to the chest. Squeeze and tuck. Squeeze and tuck. Stay right here. You can go a little bit quicker. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come to center, knees lift, opposite knees. So you can make it really easy on your joints. Just pull the knee to the chest, or you can take little hops. You choose 20 seconds. Doesn't have to be big, just active, a little recovery as we go to the other side. Last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to end with that opposite knee up toward the chest, so whichever leg you have not reached back yet. And now we're going to hinge forward. Forearms come back, reach back through the toes, right back where we started. Other leg, opposite leg. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. So again, keep going here. You want to close both hips. So if you feel like that right hip is lifting up as you open, you want to close the hip bone to the earth, maybe even taking the opposite arm and just wrap it around. Big reach through the toes. So we're more concerned about finding that line of energy from the hip bone to the toe than we are that leg coming up super high. So once you found it, focus in, hone in, right on that glute muscle, that gluteal fold, squeeze and lift. For 4, 3, 2, stay lifted here and pulse, and pulse. So let's take our minds off what's going on in the lower body right now if possible. Keep pulsing up, big squeezes. Let's come back and check in with the upper body. Heart is still lifted, up through the scapula, up through the shoulder blades. Gaze is down, tops of the shoulders are soft. That navel is pulled all the way up, a lot of energy in the core to support here. Pulse for 3, 2, 1. Reach through the toes, bend, reach, bend, reach. For 8, 7, 6, slight bend in that standing leg, get ready to work. 3, 2, and 1. Cross the body, squeeze the thighs together, draw that horizontal line behind. Cross and draw, cross and draw. Stay with it, stay lifted right here. We can do it. A little uncomfortable, but not unbearable, right? Squeeze the thighs and cross. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. This is where I wish I could see you because there were probably some eye rolls there, but I'm good with that. I'm used to it. Lift up a little bit. So now grounding down through that left heel, drive down, and just start to bend the standing leg and lift. So still reaching through the back toes, nothing going on there yet. Just squeeze the glute to keep the leg lifted. And just bend, drive through that standing heel. And drive and lift. We'll add on in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that knee pull and bend and pull. Almost there. This is it for glutes. We'll finish up this series. Have a seat, do some ab work. Stay right here, or you can speed up your cadence a little bit. Driving that heel into the earth, knee pulling to the chest, the shoulders. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This time, take that leg, extend back, take a big step back, and come into your runner's lunge. We'll just take a minute here to stretch out. So we'll move forward and back between that hip flexor and that hamstring stretch. So if you want to release that back leg, and kind of sweep up, maybe press through the lower back to open the hip. Oh yeah. And then pull the opposite hip back, lengthen, bring the nose toward the knee, dig into that hamstring. Breathing. Kind of letting everything sink in here, flowing back and forth. Go ahead and come forward, just step to a forward fold or however you want to get there, switch sides. Take that warrior lunge, that runner's lunge. Maybe releasing the back knee if you like. Press the hips forward to open the hip flexor, shoulder blades squeeze back, elbows squeeze back. And then hip pulls back. So just flowing from one exercise to the other, stretching out whatever feels good. And then when you're ready, we'll meet in a seated position. If you have a mat, you can lay on the mat, you can put the chair to the side, the weights to the side. You're done with all that jazz. And meet me in a seated position at the top of the mat. So we'll take the fingertips light to the backs of the thighs. And we've done all of our work, I think, so far today with that nice lengthened spine. So we're going to do a little bit of core work with a little bit of flexion in the spine. So we'll start to reach the spine toward the wall behind you. So imagine creating that C shape with your spine. And we're just going to roll back. So feel the muscles in the back open, fingertips stay light, and just kind of come back up. So it's a little crunch. Spine is going to stay in that curved C shape the whole time, kind of letting the shoulders roll forward. Just starting to warm up the core. So almost imagining the rib cage closing in and squeezing, everything curving, closing that space. One more time, squeeze and crunch up. This time we're going to come back all the way down. So stay nice and curved, stay active. And as you come down, legs come to tabletop, hands are going to come behind the shoulders. So we're going to extend and lengthen the legs here and pull the knees to the chest. So head and shoulders are lifted up off the mat the whole time here. Extend and reach and pull the knees to the chest. So as we continue with this movement, notice the lower part of the spine imprinting into the earth. So as we continue to work and do some different things with the legs, we want to make sure that we maintain that. And you'll notice if you bring the legs down a little bit lower to the earth, that lower back starts to lift. That can be a little dangerous for our lower backs. So we want to maintain that shape where that lower back is an imprint the whole time. So let's leave the legs extended, hold and reach through the toes, lower back still imprinted, right knee pulls in and out and left. So just alternating those knee pulls up toward the chest. Let's reach and point through the toes. Keep going. Let's take 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold here, pull the knees to the chest. We're gonna connect the heels, so the knees will come out to the side, kind of a diamond shape. We're gonna press forward and lengthen. Bend the knees that come toward the elbows, press through the heels. Bend and press, bend and press. We're gonna alternate crossing the body and lift. So as the knees come in, crisscross, opposite elbow to opposite knee. Keep working, big squeezes through the side body, reach up and lift. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold right here. Let's release everything down. So now the spine is perfectly straight and long, palms come down next to the hips. Soften the backs of the shoulders into the mat, so connect. As you press the palms in, kind of feel those triceps activate a little bit for support. And now dig that lower spine into the earth. Press the belly button in, feel that strong core connection, and we'll just start to create legs. So as you crisscross, you can stay right here with your legs stacked above the hips, or you can start to lower a little bit for a little more intensity. Remember, we talked about that lower spine staying in imprint. If you feel that lower spine lift, that means we've lost a little bit of control. So we want to push that lower spine in and come right back. Here we are. Crisscross 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the knees to the chest. We're going to roll up here. Come right to one hip. The forearm will come down to the earth. So I'm balancing on my right hip here. Left hip is totally lifted. Arm comes behind the head. We're going to press the forearm, that elbow stacked directly underneath the shoulder. Press and lift, squeezing the side body. Squeeze and lift. Squeeze and lift. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs stay long. You continue with the bend or lift the legs and lift. Much longer lever, more challenging. Keep the bend in the knee if you like. We just got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release down, come through center. Big inhale up. Exhale, fold forward, stretch. Grab the toes. Maybe just place the hands on the shins. Take an inhale. Exhale, roll up, stack the vertebra one at a time, coming to the opposite hip. Forearm comes down to the earth. Elbow stacked directly underneath, hand behind the head, and just start that lift. So squeezing through the opposite side of the body, pull the knees toward the elbow. Almost there. This is the last little set for our core. Little stretch. For 4, 3, 2. You can stay right here or extend, lengthen the legs and lift, and lift. So smaller squeeze, a little extra work. Squeeze for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back up to center. Let's cross one leg over the other. It doesn't matter which one. Stay along here. Get super tall through the spine. Grab the outside of the knee. We'll take a twist here. So take that hand behind the body, placing the palm right next to the bum, almost like a second spine. Get super tall, gaze over the shoulder. Maybe use a little bit of upper body strength to press in, stretch through that head. Come back to center. Let's go ahead and release the outside of that knee. Maybe press down a little bit here. We're just going to fold forward. So as your fingertips find the calf, the ankle, or maybe the toes, if you've got nice loose hamstrings, think about pressing the outer edge of this knee toward the earth. In fact, you could even just give a little bit of press, still opening through that head. And release up. Both legs log. Big inhale. Exhale, fold over. Take an inhale. As you start to roll up, stack the vertebra one at a time, starting at the bottom of the spine, all the way back up. Take the opposite leg across the body. Reset here, work your way into that twist. Create that second spine, get as long and tall as you can. Gazing over the shoulder. And then maybe using a little bit of upper body strength to open through that hip even more. Really starting to come back into a more lengthened inhale and exhale. Heart rate is slowed down a little. And as we unwind and come back to center, let the outer edge of that knee drop. Just start to walk the hands forward. Maybe gently pressing that knee open. It's safe to smile now because the work is done. That's the part I don't love about this, is I so much enjoy kind of seeing where you're at in your head and your body. But glad to have you all here. All right, we'll come back to center. Just find an easy seated position. We're just going to close the eyes for a moment. Just allow the body to drop in right here. Just feeling that sense of lightness and openness all the way through the crown of the head. That lifting sensation, maybe slightly tucking the chin to the chest just to find a little bit more length in the neck. All of the muscles in the face are soft, the jaw is relaxed. Feeling space across the collarbones as the shoulder blades kind of squeeze down the back. Tops of the shoulders soften and drop in. And just using the strength in the core to lift out of this position, tailbone pressing into the earth. Taking a big inhale together through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Hands come to heart center, thumbs come to the sternum. Thank you for sharing your energy, your joy, your light with each of us today. I ask you to go out and share that with someone else. Whether that's just a smile, of course, in your home or someone that's 6 feet away from you or over video. But maybe it's reaching out and calling or texting someone to let them know that they make your world a better place. Let them know how they've inspired you. Let's just take that extra moment to spread some of the love and joy that's within each of you. That same love and joy is also within me. Namaste. Thank you for being with us today. We are very sincerely interested in any feedback, classes that you would like to see more or less of, suggestions about anything as we kind of all navigate through this. We're here for you. We want to be here with you and offering you the types of movement that serve you. So please continue to communicate with us. And thank you. I'll unmute you here.